Yeah, XRP community, army. We are on fire. As you can see from the title, I'm making this video to talk about the current developments surrounding the Xaman app. I'm not here to bash the team. I'm also not here to bash the community. I'm gonna try to bring us all together. Um, I don't think that I can do that. I don't have the solutions to the problems. I don't claim to have them, but I can do my bit. I can give it my best shot in to have some or to bring some positivity. Now, English is not my first language, so bear with me. I'm also a bit of a slow talker, so I would suggest that you go into the settings of YouTube and select 2x leverage on this podcast or whatever you want to call it. I'm also not an influencer. It's the first time that I make a YouTube channel and post something. I hope, or now, not I hope, it's gonna be the first and last time. I'm never gonna post anything else besides this. So let me get straight into it. Yeah, the developments in the ecosystem. It has left a lot of people unhappy, community, but as well the team. I believe that the frustrations are understandable from both sides. I went into history via Twitter, X. I refuse to call it X. It's weird. Twitter. Don't hate me. And I did find out that the Xaman team has been asking the community for support for a long time. And we, the community, have been lacking in giving this support. And this cannot be blamed to the community or to Xaman. If we want to blame something, it's communication, I would say. And that's from both sides. Like, we, the community, need to communicate better, and Xaman team need to communicate better. And I think if we look like where does it go wrong, I think it's a few things. So first of all, I like to communicate from the community that I would like to see more communication from Xaman. Like, we need to communicate that to Xaman. If we don't communicate that, then Xaman doesn't know that they need to communicate better. So I'm communicating that now. I hope I'm doing that in a good way. Next to that, I think centralizing information would be a smart move, and I suggest that the app itself would be used for that. Like, there's a setting button which brings you to tabs like general, accounts, and blah blah. Now, yeah, there should be also a tab there with all general information where the user can see how the user can contribute to Xaman. And when it comes to contribution from the community for development and innovation of the app and the goals that the team has, the projects that they're planning and that they're working on, which I do think that the team should be transparent about, but I get back to that later. But what I'm trying to say, that it should be more accessible for the user, centralized in the app, settings, a tab, contribution, or how can I support, that would bring you to websites and information where you can give that support. I also believe that there is not a one-size-fits-all solution to this problem. We're all different people from different locations on this little planet. Some people are fortunate to do bigger contributions than other people. Other people might even not be fortunate enough to be able to contribute, maybe willing but not able. So we all have to take this into account. There might also be some people that really want to contribute, might even have the funds to do so, but like to stay like anonymous. They value their own privacy, which I can imagine in this space that some people might value that. So that all need to be respected. So we need to have some different solutions, and understand that one size don't fit all. Now, when I was digging into the past on Twitter, I also found a link to a website that I did not know existed. It's called, and I put a link in the description of everything that I touch upon. But the website is called Adopt a Node. Maybe some of you guys know about it, or the people that are listening to my podcast here. But I personally was not aware of that. I think it's a very cool website. It's centralized. Xaman team is able to be transparent, and they are, like you can see the servers that they bought, computers, the racks that they bought, which types, how many, what it costs, what they're planning to buy. It's a place where they can be very transparent with their ideas and their plans and their projects. I think it's much better than, for example, Twitter. I think that page is much better to express and to communicate these types of things. So yeah, I looked around on that website, and I'm gonna share my thoughts on it, the pros and cons. I will start with the cons, like I expressed already before. Like, it's not a one size fits all. I don't know what the minimum donation is, because you can also do a donation. I haven't looked at that yet. I did saw some how do I say that? Yeah, some prices. It looks like that $10 is the minimum, or €10. Yeah, for some people that is unaffordable. So I would say here that there need to be another solution for other people that are willing to support but don't have these funds to support with. And I would guess that the payment has to be done via debit or credit card. There are some people that value their privacy, like to support, but anonymous. So yeah, again, that would not fit for people that that want to stay anonymous. But for this, we can come up with other solutions that even people like that can still contribute and support. So yeah, these are, I think, the only cons I had about it. The pros, there are a lot of pros. I really love the idea. Xaman has also their sidechain. On the sidechain, they have the XAU token that might be implemented into this, or Xaman can also issue a Xaman token on the XRP ledger. The thing with issuing tokens like that, in my opinion, is that tokens normally, or they have a bad reputation, like meme coins. As some people are into that, and some people are really not into that. Whereas the utility, rock pool, and all that negativity surrounding issued tokens. Can we trust the issuer? But I would say that these issues would not really be present with Xaman, I would guess, because Xaman really brings value to the ledger with their app, their work, the utility, the use case. So entangling a token, it could be XAU or a Xaman token on the XRPL, the token would automatically have use case, utility. I could imagine or think of something that Xaman could reward people for donating, contributing, giving financial support with the Xaman token. Xaman might even do like like tokenomics, where they keep a portion of the tokens for themselves to finance their operation. I think the community would not mind that, where they sometimes cash out on the token a bit. Don't do a rug pull, but keep it transparent. From the revenue that Xaman receives from the community, they might even be willing to take a portion, a percentage of the monthly revenue to buy the token and burn it or something, hold events, give rewards. Like I think personally that it might be an idea or something to think about, to issue a Xaman token for the Xaman team. I think with the reputation that Xaman has as a wallet, which is really the best wallet out there, and all the work that Xaman has put into the XRP ledger, I think there's a big chance that the XRP community would ape into a Xaman token. But you never know if you don't try. So yeah, these are the pros I have surrounding the adopt a node. I think it's an amazing idea. I think the website is a nice centralized place where the community come together, read about the development and the future plans of the team and what they all have done, and where the funds go that Xaman receives from the community, what they do with it. So yeah, these are all good positive things that I could see potentially for that website. I just would love to see it implemented, or a link towards that website in the Xaman app itself, and maybe some other links and information where members of the community can navigate to in order to support the team. But like I said before, it's a not one size fit all solution, so we should think of some other solutions. I don't have the solutions. I have some ideas, but I think the community should all come together and bring ideas for Xaman to do something with. So here's one of my ideas. I've been looking at the XRPL, the website itself, where you can read about the documentation and the features that the XRPL has. One of the features that I came across was called PaymentChannel. I thought that was very interesting. Again, I will link some information about that in the description. To my understanding, it's a feature that can be used on the XRPL indirectly in order to facilitate nano payments with a high transactions per second. It's 70,000 or something, which might be very interesting. What I understand is that developers can then monetize on their website or their app, the API, WebSocket, via nano transactions. And again, what I understand about this feature is that it not only supports the XRP token, but also other issued tokens on the network. So again, Xaman could issue a Xaman token and implement it also here with a payment channel. And but to get back to the adopt a node at that website, I would also suggest that Xaman has more products, if I can call it that, like the Tangam card, the Xaman Pro subscription. I think we should all bring that together. Like when you adopt a node for a certain amount or something, let that be then entangled with Xaman tokens that you receive, and an Xaman Pro subscription that is already in that, and a Tangam card. Like, let's package it all up, make different sizes, different packages, because one size doesn't fit all. But I think there's a lot of room to play with ideas and things where people are more sanctify, or how you say that, more willing, eager to show support and contribution, because we don't, or me, I don't expect things for free, but it's nice that when you do support that you get something in return. That's always nice. For showing your support some type of recognition. It's always amazing to get that. So I think there's some room to play with ideas like that, in combination with Adopt a Node, PaymentChannel. And that brings me to the last point that I want to talk about. It's a bit sensitive, of course. And that is the service fees. Before I touch on that, I do want to point out that what happened a few months ago with the restrictions in the app, I think that was really a bad idea. I thought, I'm happy that we did not continue that. I believe that we need people to onboard into the XRPL ecosystem, and new people that never touch crypto, or people that come from another network, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Solana, that dip their toes in the XRPL and get addicted to it because it's amazing. And I think we should keep the aspects of the XRPL intact, so that there is room for people to onboard towards the XRPL. But if we can restrict features, key features of the XRPL, or put that behind the paywall, we're not allowing people to have the full experience of the XRPL, and I think that's a bad thing. So I'm happy we did not continue with that, but instead of that we got the service fees. And I personally think it's a freaking brilliant idea. I love the idea. But I do believe that the service fees should be micropayments, the same as a payment channel, which is nano payments. Then why don't we keep the service fees as micropayments, that we can still respect and value the aspects of the XRPL. It's fast, it is secure, and it's cheap. Let's keep it cheap. It's an important aspect. Because if I dream about it, where I have an amazing app on my phone called Xaman, where I can open the app and navigate to settings, where I can choose on how to support the XRPL ecosystem, the developers behind my amazing app. In settings I can select 100 drops, 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or even 1,000,000, or I can customize my drops of service fees. Just a one-time preset. And that now that I use the app, everything, or the things that I do in the app, making a trust line, doing a transaction, or supplying liquidity to an AMM pool, withdrawing it, making a trade, a market trade, a limit trade, with everything that I do, I'm paying a micro fee which I selected myself, or that I customized myself. Because I think we should take into account that the world is a big place. Some people are fortunate to support how do I say it, larger, like and more generously, and some people are not fortunate enough to support generously, or maybe they're willing to support but they're not able to, and we need to take that into account. That there are rich people, poor people, and there are people in between. So let's keep the flexibility inside this wonderful idea of service fees. I can add something to this idea, because I really find it a wonderful idea. I had the service fees, but let's keep it micro. and where the end user can make their own selection in what they're willing or able to pay towards service fees. But what I can add to this is that Apple has a very smart, it's a little bit evil, but it's a smart marketing strategy. What they have done is they have this iMessaging. I'm not an Apple user myself, like I don't have an iPhone, I'm a hardcore Android, but I do know about this, that Apple has iMessenger, and then when you send a text, they use a coloration to distinguish where the text originates from. So for example, if an iPhone receives a text message from another iPhone, the text balloon is colored blue or something. But when an iPhone receives a text from an Android phone, then the text balloon is colored green. And that puts the iPhone user in a position where they can view that text message that they received from an Android phone and go like, ew, this person has an Android. It puts them in that position or something. But it's a brilliant way to market your your product, where you create an ecosystem where people are disgusted because somebody doesn't fit within their ecosystem because they choose to use another device. Here we can kind of do the same, but I would say like XRP community, let's still try to respect each other. But where you personally know somebody personally, like a friend, a family member, a colleague, and they do a transaction to you via the XRPL, via the Xum wallet, Xaman can implement a color scheme that when I receive a payment on my Xum from a friend, but he has his settings on 100 drops, and I know he has a good job, I know he has a good salary, I can talk to this person and go like, why do you have your settings so low? Are you really that greedy? I think you should increase your service fee settings. I really do. I don't like to go into the history of my transactions and see pink colors on my device. You are creating pink colors with your pink transactions, and you can afford more, my friend. So please go to your settings and increase your drops, customize them or something, make something nice, but I think you can support a little bit more than with just 100 drops. And with the coloration scheme on the transaction fees or the service fees, we the community can keep each other a little bit in check where it's needed. Because the people that are not fortunate enough or able enough to support and just have a little bit of XRP, we don't need to. The community doesn't need to ridicule people like this, and most likely their friends and family would not ridicule them, because it would be known that okay, you don't have a lot of money, but I'm happy that you're in the ecosystem, that the little bit of money that you have, that you still try to be part of this ecosystem. I'm happy to see transactions from you and see you participate. I don't care if the transaction is pink when it comes from you. But when it comes from that other friend that is driving a Ferrari, I do mind. So yeah, that's a thing I want to add to it. I find that a brilliant marketing scheme from Apple, and maybe it's something that Xaman can also think about and implementing. So yeah, that's about what I have to say to the XRP community. There's just a few more things that I want to point out. One a little bit negative, but let's touch upon it. It's okay, it's no hate, it's all love, but it's okay to correct each other. I feel there's a correction needed. One of the team members of Xaman came on Twitter with a message which was aimed at the reaction of the pushback of the community surrounding the service fees. and his message was a bit dismissive towards the community, calling it all FUD, hate, and these haters. I think that is very unprofessional to position yourself like that and to be dismissive like that towards the community. At the same time, I do think it's a bit understandable, because I feel it comes from a place of frustration, a place where you feel a lack of recognition for the hard work that you have put in. And if I go back into the history and look at all the comments and how Xaman has been asking for support from the community and the support that they are getting at the moment, yeah, there's a lack of support. So I can understand if there's a lack of of recognition, or the feeling for that, where you want the acknowledgement for the work that you have put in. But still, the current fees, I don't think this is the way to do it. And to reacting towards pushback from the community in such a way, being very dismissive, I also believe that is also not okay. But that's a point I wanted to touch about, a bit negative, but it's corrective. Like, we can all correct each other when we misbehave, or when people around you think like, hey, calm down. So that's that. And last but not least, I want to say this with a smile. I'm getting goosebumps because I know what I'm gonna say. I don't know who's listening. I don't know how long you have been in the community, in the ecosystem. I don't know. If you're just here for a few weeks, few months, oh, you are a lucky shit. But if you have been here for years upon years, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Did you also get the goosebumps when we were moving from, in market cap, from the 9th position to 8th, then to 7, then to the 6th position, then to 5, to 4. Ethereum, Bitcoin community getting nervous. They were spreading FUD and hate to the XRPL community. We did nothing wrong. We were just moving in ranks because we're awesome. And then we go from the 4th position to 3, back to 4, back to 3. Oh my god, I want to say congratulations to everybody. We are here. I hope we're here to stay. I hope we won't drop back down to almost out of the top 10. But it has been a ride, my people. It has been a freaking ride. Like a roller coaster ride. But we're here. And for me, it was worth it. I hope for you too, that's listening to this. And congratulations. I hope you have an amazing exit strategy, or maybe you already exited a part or a majority. Again, congratulations. But yeah, that's my outro with a smile, where I just want to say to everybody, like, wow, good job, amazing, and yeah, let's see how high we can pump this freaking coin.